Morning folks, how are you all today? And it is that day, TFIF, thank fuck it's Friday. And I'm on my way to the gym. It's ridiculously early, it's just coming up to 7 o'clock. So I'm on my way down there at the moment. Again, the sun is absolutely beaming down, 15 degrees, and it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. That is absolutely phenomenal. You can see it all breaking through the trees behind me. In fact, it looks quite pretty. But last night we watched the penultimate episode of MasterChef UK, which Jade and I absolutely love. We really enjoy it. And I think I've said it before, but I've got to say, those people on that show, considering that they are just amateurs, the way they can cook is just absolutely ridiculous, and under pressure as well. So huge props to those people that go on that show. I think it's absolutely incredible. Also, the new Sony RX100 Mark III has been announced this morning. Now, I've held off of that camera mainly for two reasons. One, it didn't have a viewfinder, and two, it didn't have a adjustable screen whereby you could look at it if you were looking at the camera like I am now, kind of thing. But they've introduced both of those things, so I may well go ahead and hit the buy button on one of those. I think it's coming out in June. It's still got the same 1-inch sensor, but it's got a better processor, and it's also got those other extra kind of hardware features. So I think I might bite the bullet and treat myself to a little birthday gift, because my birthday's on the 26th of May. And yeah, I think I might get myself one of those, because I've always wanted one, but I've always sort of thought I just won't use it without those features. But now it's got them, there's no reason to hold back. The giveaway video has gone up on the other channel. 3 Moto E's, yes, 3 Moto E's I'm going to give away out of my own personal pocket to one of you guys, well, to 3 of you guys, which is absolutely great. I love doing giveaways. And when I get back home, I've got a webinar to do to a customer on Citrix Zen Mobile, and that is a MDM, MAM, MIM product. So it's all enterprise mobility, so the ability to manage all of your mobile devices, deploy apps to your mobile devices, do geo-tracking, geo-fencing, all of those kind of things that you might want to do if you were an enterprise and you wanted to actually manage all of your mobile devices instead of just hand them out and sort of see what happens. So that is pretty much my morning. So just finished at the gym, and yeah, it wasn't a great session today, to be honest. My elbows are really hurting, my shoulders are hurting. So yeah, I think I'm going to have a break from jiu-jitsu just for a few days. So I'm not going back to jiu-jitsu now until Tuesday. I think I've been caught in like too many arm bars and stuff, and it's just stretched out my elbows a bit too much. So that's a bit unfortunate, but still just one of those things. When you get to my age, it's just a constant battle with injury when you're doing martial arts, especially mixed martial arts. Very difficult to sort of stay feeling good all the time, and in fact you never really do. In fact, any proper, even a professional fighter, never is completely 100% healthy. But anyway, on another subject, tomorrow is the FA Cup final, and for those of you who don't know anything about football or aren't from the UK, the biggest football cup competition in the country, perhaps even in the world, outside of national international football, it's called the FA Cup. And tomorrow Arsenal, which is my team, are in the final against a club called Hull City, Hull, Hull. And Hull are quite a bit below us in terms of their league standings and their size of a football club, and probably the quality of their players as well. So we are odds on to win the FA Cup, and we haven't won a trophy for about 8 or 9 years. So I would be absolutely overwhelmed with happiness if we won a trophy. It doesn't bother me that we haven't won a trophy, because we moved from a small stadium into a big one that cost hundreds of millions of pounds, and through that whole time we still managed to stay in the Champions League, and now we have the highest gate sales of probably any club in the country. In fact, by far and away any club in the country. So we're now earning a lot more money, and this year was the first year where our manager has had a bit more money to spend. So if we win the FA Cup, then we've seen the fruits of that little bit extra money, And when we carry that over into next year, hopefully we can step it up in the league and also in European football and start to get a bit better there as well. But it would be, oh man, I would be so happy if we won the FA Cup. So happy. But we got into a cup final a couple of years ago against a team that actually got relegated and were pretty crap at the time, Birmingham, and we lost. So there is always that chance that even though we're odds-on favourite to win, that we might actually lose. So you have to be kind of just a little bit sceptical, but my God, would I be happy if we won. So I've just got home and been welcomed by this. This is Vio's new soundbar, the Azuro, and you guys know I love a soundbar. In fact, I've got quite a few in my house, soundbars underneath all the TVs. I just love the soundbars. I love the way they look. I love the way they sound, and yeah, I think they're just great. So Vio sent me this one out, and Vio do loads and loads of really cool stuff. I've reviewed a lot of Vio products, and they've been absolutely outstanding. So really looking forward to this one. I've just unwrapped it and put it out over here, and this is kind of what it looks like. It's got this really nice sort of matte rubber. I love that finish on there. It is Bluetooth, and also does all of these as well. So line in, auxiliary. Let's just focus on that, and optical as well. And what it also does that I've never seen another soundbar do before, and I don't know if this is a particularly great feature for everyone, but it also does, here's the remote control for it here, FM radio. So if you go to mode, where's mode? There. On the front of it, it's got like a little display, I don't know if you can see it, but it says Bluetooth, FM, line in, auxiliary, USB, so you can just plug a USB key into it with music on, card, so it's got a card reader as well, optical in, and back to Bluetooth. Let me show you a close up of the little thing that I'm reading. You can see it there. So yeah, but having an FM tuner built in, got cut off again. In fact, look at the mess of it over on that desk. But anyway, yeah, I was going to say having an FM tuner built in is quite a novel kind of idea. And just to give you an idea of how it sounds quickly. No bass bin on this one, by the way, guys. This is just a soundbar. It says on the packaging, we can read it upside down there, with built-in subwoofer. So it's never going to be as good as one that does have a big subwoofer, because you can't recreate that big speaker sound. But it sounds pretty good, I've got to say, pretty goddamn good. And this will be at a great price point as well. Can't play too much because I'll get done for copyright. But yeah, sounds quite good. That was a bit crackly then because it was FM. The only thing that would be better is if it had DAB built in. But still, pretty cool. Heard there's lots of issues with the latest 10.9.3 update to Mavericks. So I'm really hoping that this doesn't cause any problems. Like an idiot, I just went ahead and did it anyway. Weird white balance, by the way, going on at the moment. I don't know why. It should, look at that. White goes yellow. White goes yellow. White goes yellow. I think you get the message. So yeah, I'm hoping that this is not going to screw everything up, because I don't think that there is an easy way to downgrade again from this particular update back to sort of 10.9.2. So let's hope that it does actually work. How weird is that? My desk is like yellow. So strange. It is actually white, but that makes the white balance go completely screwed up. Let me just check. I'm going to lock it now. Now see if now it just stays. It's quite good. I don't know if you know that, guys, but on the iPhone, if you want to lock focus, exposure and everything else, white balance, etc., you can just hold down on a certain point, and then as we go back, it's now locked, so you don't have any sort of changes in focus or exposure or white balance. Now I've just taken it off again. But anyway, I will let you know if this works. Oh, by the way, guys, as well, remember I was showing you that soundbar earlier? I say remember, for you it was like probably 10 seconds ago. For me it was like a few hours ago. Which is sometimes quite confusing as well, by the way. But anyway, This soundbar is going to go in the gaming room. I completely forgot to say that. So this is another new addition for the gaming room. The only thing I'm waiting for now is my new TV for my lounge, and then I can start shuffling around TVs, putting one on the wall, and then sorting out the rest of the gaming room. And my Mac Pro has just rebooted. There it is down there. I still love that base with the lights. It looks so cool. And yeah, it's just rebooting now. So let's hope that all the screens turn back on. It's taken a long time to reboot. This is worrying. Normally it boots in about 3 seconds, but this is taking quite some time to boot. That reflection though, in the top, look at that. You can see how much more reflective those top Dell screens are than the bottom Apple ones. I know it's difficult, it's not the easiest thing to tell in the world, but you can definitely tell. They are literally like mirrors, those Dell ones, whereas the Apple ones are definitely, they're still very reflective, but they're a bit better. Whew. There we go, all 6 screens are up. That's so weird, look how much different colours they all look as well on this on this phone. It makes it look like they're all weird different colours. Oh, there we go, so it's installing, completing installation now. I'll just let this finish and I'll come back in a sec. Well, it's back up and all the screens are up and working, but it has screwed up all of the arrangements, so you can see they're all arranged wrong. So this is the main screen. That one is there because you can see the red line around it, so that's got to go to the right. There we go. And then this one is the top middle, so that has to go in the middle just there. That one is the left one, you can see the red line, so that's where it is now. That is top left there, so this one needs to go there. And then this one is the top right, which needs to go there. There we go. So now we can move the mouse properly around all the screens. There we go. And that seems to be working. So hopefully that is it. Hopefully that is all up and running and working. We'll have to wait and see. So anyway, everything went to plan with the Mac Pro OS X upgrade. I've got this whole kind of sort of dilemma about 4K screens for my setup and stuff like that, but I think I'm going to do a separate video to just go through all of that, what my plans are, etc. with 4K and my screens here. So I'll leave that for another time. Might actually do that tomorrow, but it'll be a completely separate video, so keep an eye out for that one. Also, I've just seen here that this is a dummy of the iPad Pro, and it looks insane. And I mean, I don't know if it would be productive or any good or anything, but if they did bring out like a sort of 13-inch iPad, I would love that. I've got to tell you, I would absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys would think of that. It is Friday, it is the end of the week, it is time for the weekend. Have yourselves a great one, be safe. If you get pissed, then just be careful. Make sure you wear protection with the ladies, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.